We can even use APIs to get us the current exchange rate. To do this, you will have to create a custom function. But before we do that, you will have to get a free API key. The API key is available on this website. It's called free.currencyconverterapi.com. You will simply have to click on the button that says get your free API key, and an API key will be emailed to you. Once you get the email, the API key will look something like this. So just copy and save it somewhere. The rest of the process we will have to do on Excel directly. As you can see, I've already kept different values. So AD INR, CNY INR, USD INR, EUR INR, GBP INR, and AUD INR. So we have dirhams, the yen, US dollars, euro, British pound, and Australian dollars. The first thing we will have to do is to send this data to Power Query. Wonderful. Once we have done that, let's also create a blank query. So get data from other sources and blank query. Here you click on advanced editor, and in advanced editor you will have to type this entire function. This function I have already given to you inside the solutions folder, so you can simply copy it and come back and paste it here. Do remember that this part that says paste your API key here, this is the API key that you would have got from the website on your email. For example, I'm going to go to the website and simply copy this API key, come back to my advanced editor and paste it here. So I'll remove this, paste your API key here, description, and paste the key here. It says no syntax errors have been detected. And that's it. We click on done. So the function has been created. In properties, let's call this get exchange rate. And now we can go to our first table, and I can insert a new column. So custom column, and we can call this the conversion. And what will this be equal to? This will be equal to get exchange rate from and to. So what we're doing is to use the function that we created, which is get exchange rate. From is the from column and to is the to column. And when I press OK, it might ask you a confirmation. So you will have to just click on the continue and save it a few times. As you can see, it is now telling me that 1 dirham is worth 20.58 rupees, 1 yen is 10 rupee, 1 US dollar is 75 rupees, 1 euro is 84 rupees, 1 British pound is 94 rupees, and 1 Australian dollar is 52. Wonderful, right? So we managed to use a free API to get these live exchange rates in our Excel workbook. Now, do remember there are some limitations with the free API. For example, you're limited to, I think, maybe 1,000 rows or something. So if you're trying to do this with a very large data set, then it might not work properly. In which case you will have to use a data flow. So you can just Google it. So you can simply Google Power BI data flow, and you can see how this works, right? This is beyond the scope of this training, but if you're working with smaller data sets, then the free API will work perfectly.